Hello, and we are working on the week two, or I'm working on the week two integrative assessment. Um, in our first question, we are asked, what are the three causes of imbalance according to Ayurveda? Now, where did I put my notes? So the three imbalances, according to Ayurveda, are excess contact. Ooh, can't talk today. Which is Ati Yoga, and then we've got no contact, uh, or Eye Yoga, and then wrong contact, which is Metta Yoga. And then after that, we're asked, how do these apply in today's world? Well, so in today's world, the contact of us with our experiences is where you see these three imbalances. So it has to do with our five senses, the mind, the intellect, and the ego. So how that shows up is, for instance, one, sight. So the Ati Yoga, where that would show up in excess would be excess gazing at brilliant objects. And eye yoga is not seeing at all. And then the Metta yoga would be seeing objects which are too near or too distant, terrifying, shocking, deformed, or alarming. With another one, speech. There would be, in the Ati Yoga, would be too much speech. Or in the Eye Yoga, there would be no speech or speaking at all. And then in the Metta Yoga, there would be backbiting, lying, untimely, or irrelevant speech, useless quarrels, unpleasant utterances, and harsh expression. Where this would in the body, where this would be is physical exertion. And the Ati Yoga, the Eye Yoga, would be idleness in the body. And then in the Metta Yoga, it would be suppression or forcing natural urges, sleeping, falling, lying, sitting, or standing on uneven places, obstructing breath, bodily assault, excess itching, and massage. So another one with it we have is the seasons. So anything that where the seasons either were really in excess or something that man created to change the environment, which would cause problems in these three areas. So the Ati Yoga with the seasons would be excess manifestations of seasons. So cold, heat, rain, like just really bad weather when it's not supposed to be at all. It's supposed to be just kind of that balance, which we all wish we had in all our areas. And then the Eye Yoga would be insufficient manifestations of the season. And then Metta Yoga would be manifestations of qualities in the gunas in the seasons opposite of its normal qualities. So rains, dry seasons, droughts, stuff like that. Tornadoes, hurricanes, tsunamis, things were just a normal. All right, and then our third question, we're supposed to reference our pulse log when responding to this following questions. Based on the predominant dosha in your surface pulse and subdosha pulses, which of the four digestive states represent your current state of Agni? My current state of Agni is Vashishnam with Tikshna tendencies. And Um, that's what I have going on. And then, like, the expressions that arise and the pulses, as far as or which doshas are correlated to these. And Vashishnam is Vata, which I have a lot of excess Vata. And Tikshna is Pitta. So occasionally I do have some Pitta qualities that'll pop up, like I have like the acid and the indigestion, all stabbing pain, stuff like that. But it's very rare and very little. I'm usually doing something I shouldn't be doing. As far as the expression in the gunas and the pulse, like samana, and I see this especially when I am not eating right. So with samana, pachaka, and kladika, yeah, my samana, since and all those areas have to do with digestion. They'll have the small intestines in them. Actually, all of them have the small intestines in them. When I am not eating the way I should, or if I eat something too cold or dry, like my small intestines, I cramp really, really bad, and it does not feel good. And it's just this awful, like, pain, and just trying to get it to go away sometimes is just excruciating. And I know it's because I have that drying effect in my body from Vata, and there's not enough moisture from like what Kladika Kapha offers. So I'm working on that. Like, I need the oil, the moisture, just that lubrication in there, so I don't have that constant. Well, I don't have it all the time, but it's maybe every other day, where it needs to be addressed. So, like, I've even looked, like, sometimes I'll have warming or cooling. Like, my Vata's fanning everything, that just, like, way too fast, because I will take food in and then it just comes right back out, and it's probably just as dry as can be, and the moisture wasn't able to get it to absorb into the tissues the way it needed to, because it, like, goes in and comes right back out. Like, Vata keeps moving everything so fast and causing this disruption. So I'm working on getting her back in line. And actually it's been going pretty well. And then the fourth question is knowing what you know about your Agni, and now what you know about the senses. How does the way you see and use your senses impact the state of your Agni? I can say that knowing what I know about the senses, they are affected, because I am a constant state of, like, floating all over the place and my attention is not anywhere. So, yeah, I could be in I could be in all these three different types of yoga: the Ati yoga, the I yoga, and the Metta yoga, in all of my senses, because everything's just going so fast, and I burned out that energy so fast that sometimes I'm not comprehending, or I do, and then it just goes woo and flies away, like that airy sense of digestion that I have. So I've been taking some Ayurveda herbs. That's helped out a lot. So I'm less flighty, and I actually see and I'm aware, and I feel things touch-wise, what I'm supposed to. My mind's comprehending stuff. The TM's been the best thing that's happened for me, so I become aware of all of that. My speech has gotten a little bit better. I'm kind of awful in that aspect, having lack of speech. But I will have my references listed with this video, attached of where we got the information. And I thank you very much for your time. Thank you. Bye. Oh, sorry. I also forgot to mention the gunas on the Samana Vata, the Pachaka Vata, and the Kletika Kata, Kapha. The gunas that I have for Samana Vata are slow, dry, rough, light, moving, soft, subsidal, smooth, and sticky. And the gunas for Panchaka Pitta that I'm getting are light, hot, dry, sharp, moving, hard. It can be clear, and then the smooth, gross, and liquid. And then guna, sometimes I'm getting like a cool, warm feeling, and then heavy, dry, slow moving, soft, sticky, smooth, gross, and solid. And then on my deep pulse, of course, I get that vata. And then as far as my ama, when I did the chart or the assessment, I was at 28 as far as when I added all the numbers together. I probably didn't do that right, but that's what I did when I added all the numbers together. It was 28. So, but now that's it. Thank you for listening.